Hey, listen to me for just a moment, please. Can I say something sweet to start? Heaven has been whispering your name for hours. The angels were circling above your home at 3:17 a.m. today. And one of them said, "Why are they still ignoring us?" But Jesus, oh, Jesus did not stay silent. He said, "This one is mine. I am begging for them. Please make them open it before it's too late." And you felt something weird in your chest last night, didn't you? Like someone was trying to get through. That wasn't anxiety. That wasn't your imagination. That was a divine knock on your soul's door. Please don't run. Don't scroll. Don't pretend you're okay, because there's something very serious happening behind your back. A dangerous shift. A message so powerful even Archangel Michael had to interrupt heaven's meeting just to bring it to you. And I say this with tears in my voice. If you leave this now, you'll regret it. June 20th is not what you think. Jesus said, "Warn them. Tell them not to take this lightly." Michael told me to say this exactly. Tell them a piece of very bad news is already on its way. Unless they hear the truth today, only they can stop it. You've never read a message like this before, because this one was not written for the world. It was written only for you. Heaven knows your situation. Heaven knows who lied to you. Heaven knows who prayed for your downfall. And heaven knows the plan, the beautiful plan that was almost stolen from you. But this message will try to restore what you lost. Before we go deeper, Archangel Michael says love letter. Subscribe now. If you feel your heart opening while reading this message will vanish soon. But your miracle is waiting behind that subscribe button. Love letter. Go ahead, do it now. Because the deeper truths start the moment you say yes. Yes to God. Yes to what was meant for you. Yes to what they tried to block. Now breathe. There's a reason your sleep has been strange lately. Dreams turning dark. People from your past showing up randomly, or that feeling that something big is coming, but you don't know what. It's not your imagination. It's divine preparation. Michael says, this soul has been under psychic attack. Someone has been cursing their name behind closed doors. A woman connected to a bloodline connected to fear. And Jesus, he stood up, pointed at the fire meant for you, and said, "Not this one." Let that sink in for a moment. You were already supposed to lose something this week. But Jesus delayed it, held it back, gave you one more chance, and now you're holding it in your hands. Please don't scroll. They will cry if you close this. Michael said they've ignored signs before, but not this one. If they leave this now, they will cry so much. The pain will last longer than they imagine. That's not a threat. That's a divine warning. Do you know what's coming on June 20th? The world will see fireworks. But in your timeline, something darker was planted. A secret betrayal, a sudden shift, something that was meant to break you. But Michael begged for your rescue. And that's why this exists. You are not here by accident. You are not too late. And no, you are not imagining the spiritual warfare happening around you. Michael says, look at them. They still don't know how powerful they are. If they knew, they'd never cry over who left them. They'd never beg someone to stay. They'd never doubt the God who handcrafted their destiny. Beloved, that's you. The one who heaven handpicked. The one who Jesus begged for. The one who has 3 days left before something irreversible is released. But you're still here. That means something. And if your chest is heavy while reading this, that's your soul recognizing truth. Please don't skip. Please don't scroll. Because in exactly 3 days, someone is going to mention your name in a conversation that decides your future. Jesus knows it. Michael saw it. And when heaven calls you to prepare, it also gives you a simple path so you don't walk through confusion or fear. My child, I see the struggle you have been facing, the stress about finances, the silent worries that stay in your heart, and the moments where you feel uncertain about what comes next. You have been asking for peace, and that answer is already on its way. You are not meant to stay stuck in fear, you are meant to walk forward with purpose, with faith, and with clear steps every day. That is why a simple system has been placed in front of you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system, a path where each day brings you a focused prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move ahead. No pressure, no confusion, just steady progress toward peace and stability. If something inside you feels ready, if you are ready to change your situation, take that first step today. This could be the moment your life begins to change. You will find the link in the description, and in the pinned comments below. And now that you are stepping into preparation, listen carefully, because what comes next is the part that confirms everything heaven has already set in motion. And your spirit is now being called to prepare. Let's go deeper now. Are you ready? Thank you for staying. You have no idea how powerful that one decision is. Just by continuing, you've already shifted something in the spiritual realm. Archangel Michael is smiling. Jesus, he's standing now, watching, protecting. Let's go on. There is something that happened last week, but you weren't told. It involved your name, your image, and someone you used to trust. Michael says they didn't speak it out loud, but in their heart, they cursed your breakthrough. They saw your light rising, and instead of clapping, they whispered destruction, but heaven blocked it. That's why you're still standing. And now that same person is being visited in dreams by guilt. They're feeling something strange. They think it's their own fear, but it's divine consequence because heaven protects what it chooses. And heaven chose you. Jesus said your name this morning before the sunrise. 3 times he said, they don't know it yet, but I'm going to bless them through the same hands that tried to destroy them. Can you imagine the betrayal you went through, the pain that shattered you? God is going to flip it into the very path that brings you wealth, love, and supernatural favor, but only if you don't skip this. There's someone watching you right now spiritually, someone assigned by darkness. Michael says they are tracking not your steps, but your silence. They want to know if you still believe in the miracle or if you've given up. Don't give up. This isn't a motivational speech. This is a divine call. On June 20th, the shift happens. You will either lose something that's hard to get back or receive something that will change everything forever. Michael says they're not ready to hear what's coming if they don't open their ears. Now, this is not about fear. This is about urgent preparation. Heaven is preparing a replacement for what you lost. You thought it was gone forever. That it would never return. Michael says, watch what I'm going to place in your hands will be 7x better. But it cannot come to a person who won't answer heaven's knock. And this is that knock. Why did you feel chills just now or a lump in your throat? Because your soul knows. Your soul remembers what God promised you. Do you think heaven forgot? You think Jesus cried for you last night just for decoration? No. He cried because your story is about to change. But it has to begin with a divine yes. Say yes in your heart right now. And remember what I tell you next. You were not born to be abandoned. You were not made to be constantly attacked. You are not cursed. You are chosen. And yes, even with everything you've been through, even with the trauma, the betrayal, the silence, the people who ghosted you, you are still the one. Still the one heaven wants to honor. Still the one Archangel Michael would go to war for. Still the one Jesus would beg the Father for. Do you want to know something else? Michael saw something inside your house last night. A presence. It was faint, but it wasn't holy. That presence tried to enter through a dream. Jesus blocked it. But he said, they must know this. If they don't cleanse their space, that presence will try again. Light a candle tonight. Say a prayer. Speak out loud. Only divine light is welcome here. All evil be removed in the name of Jesus. And don't just say it with your lips. Believe it in your spirit, because the darkness knows who's about to be elevated. That's why it's watching you so closely. But here's the part they don't want you to know. Your elevation has already started. You feel behind. But heaven says they're right on schedule. Even your delays were divine. Even your detours were protected. Even your heartbreaks were disguised redirections. But now you are entering the moment of awakening. Love letter. Stop right now and subscribe before this message disappears. There is more you need to hear. The next part has specific instruction for what to do before June 20th, don't delay your breakthrough. Subscribe now so heaven knows you're saying yes. Love letter. Ready? The number 4 is not a coincidence. 4 is the number of foundations. And June 20th is not just a date. It's a spiritual gate. Michael says they were born for freedom. But their freedom is under attack. Not in the physical, in the spiritual. And what's coming on June 20th could either lock the gate or open it permanently. That's why you were guided to this. It's not a tick-tock scroll. It's a spiritual rescue mission, and right now you are in the center of it. Shall I keep going? There's a prophecy about your house. Something you must hear before the clock runs out. Type continue and I'll take you deeper. Heaven's watching. Keep going. Thank you for staying. Your loyalty to this message is opening something right now. Yes, right now. A spiritual door is unlocking in your name. Michael just whispered. They stayed. They chose light over distraction. Now I will begin to bless them faster. So listen carefully now, because what I'm about to tell you is sacred. Very few have ever been given this message, and it's only being delivered because Jesus begged for you. There is a prophecy about your house. Yes, your house. Not someone else's. Michael says that house is being watched. In the spiritual realm, its walls have memories. Some good, some not. But there's a residue there from something that happened between two people. And that energy hasn't been cleansed. Did you feel it? That cold energy that sometimes creeps in when you're alone. That strange dream you had where a familiar face turned into something terrifying. That's not just anxiety. That's spiritual residue. A presence lingering where peace should live. But here's the miracle. God wants to replace that with favor, with fire. With something so divine, you'll wake up and cry without knowing why. Michael says they need to walk through their space and speak this. Anything not of God, leave. Every curse, every presence, every shadow, I remove you now in Jesus' name. My space is sacred. I am divinely chosen and I live under God's protection. Speak it loud because your words carry divine fire now. And here's something else. Michael says, the reason your sleep has been broken isn't just stress, it's interference. Someone is spiritually pressing into your energy, trying to learn your next step. And why? Because they see your light. They've always seen it, even when you didn't. And some people don't want you to wake up to your own power. Because once you realize how anointed you are, nothing will stop you, not even June 20th, especially not June 20th, because God is rewriting the meaning of that day for you. In the past, it symbolized heartbreak, loss, something falling apart quietly, but now it will be a symbol of rebirth. Michael says, tell them this is the day I flip the story, the day heaven overrides the evil timeline, but only if they open their eyes and stay close. Stay close. Stay connected. Don't let the distractions pull you away. Jesus saw your tears last night. He's not ignoring them. He's answering them through this very message. Love letter. Go ahead. Subscribe now if you haven't already, because the next part contains a name. A person who is about to be exposed. If you skip now, you'll miss the name heaven has been trying to warn you about for 4 days. Love letter. Take a deep breath. Now ask yourself, why does this feel too real to ignore? Because it is. This is not a performance. This is not a video with fancy edits. This is a rescue, and your soul knows it. You're being asked to let go of someone. Michael says there is one person. They smile at them, but their heart has poison. They laugh with them, but inside they hold secrets. And God has warned them before. But now on June 20th, the final warning will arrive. Please don't wait for the pain to learn this lesson. You know who this is. You felt uneasy around them. You've seen their true face in dreams. You've forgiven them so many times, but something always felt off. This person will say something on June 20th that sounds small, but it will carry a shadow. Michael says, when you hear it, don't brush it off. That is the moment your spirit must walk away. And when you do, heaven will replace their seat in your life with someone golden, someone sacred, someone who honors you the way God designed. But first comes obedience. Michael says they must obey the spiritual nudge. They must trust their gift of discernment. Their soul knows more than their mind. Now I have to say this, and please read slowly. If you ignore this message, you will still be loved, but the pain will not be prevented. And that's what Jesus is begging to stop. This pain, that's why he said, deliver this message no matter what. Even if they don't believe, try. I love them too much to stay silent. And that's why Archangel Michael has been crying loudly. You think angels don't cry? They cry for souls who ignore the message and then beg for rescue after it's too late. You don't have to be that soul. You can be the one who hears and chooses light now. Because something beautiful is coming too. Do you want to know what it is? Your financial breakthrough is being delivered. Yes. Physically delivered. Michael says they don't know it, but someone is planning to bless them. A payment, a gift, an opportunity. It will appear before June 20th. But if they're not aligned spiritually, they won't recognize it. You may even think it's small at first, but hidden inside is the seed of your future. Open your hands right now and say this. I receive it. I won't block it. I won't doubt it. I won't delay it. I receive what is mine, because when you speak that, angels move. Did you feel that warmth in your chest just now? That's them touching your spirit, lifting your atmosphere, wiping the fog. Michael says they will cry tears of joy if they listen, but they will cry tears of regret if they leave. Let them choose. You've stayed this long. You're already choosing wisely. Are you ready for the next part? What I'm about to reveal is who sent the curse that nearly changed your fate this week and how to cancel it. Type continue and I will go deeper now. Jesus is still watching and he's proud of you. Thank you. Truly, thank you. Heaven is leaning in closer right now because you just passed a test most people fail. The test of staying when it's easier to skip. And because of that, something that was going to break in your life just got delayed by heaven's hand. Now, listen carefully. Michael says, a curse was spoken over this soul by someone they trusted. It wasn't done through candles or dark spells. It was done through words, bitter words spoken behind their back. And those words, they went into the air and landed like thorns in your path. That's why your progress suddenly slowed. That's why something that was working began to feel blocked. Michael saw it. Jesus heard it. And the worst part, it came from someone you never thought would turn. Michael says, a female. She was jealous. She carried your name in her mouth too easily. At first she spoke light. Then she mixed in poison. And now that poison is starting to turn back toward her. Because what she meant for evil, God is reversing for your good. You don't need to seek revenge. You don't even need to respond. God says, your silence is louder than a scream. I will speak through blessings. They will see it with their own eyes. But here's the divine instruction. You must cancel those words spiritually. Say this out loud when you're alone. Every word curse sent against me, I return it to the pit it came from. I cancel the energy behind it. I forgive the speaker, but I claim my space back. Every delay caused by gossip, jealousy, or manipulation be reversed now in Jesus' name. Speak it like you believe it, because the moment you do, angels will go to war for you. Michael already has his sword drawn. He says, I will protect what belongs to God. And this one belongs to God. And if you're wondering, but why me? Why is heaven so focused on me? Here's your answer. Because you're the bloodline breaker. You are the one in your family who carries divine vision. You are the child who saw things others didn't. You've been the one who feels everyone's emotions before they speak. That's not weakness. That's spiritual sensitivity. You were born different. And the enemy saw your light when you were still in the womb. That's why you went through attacks before you even understood what attack meant. But God says, I never left them. I was shaping their fire in the dark. And now you're about to walk into what the enemy tried to bury, but only if you walk in truth. There is a specific truth about your soulmate that is being revealed now. Michael says they are close, but they are confused. They are praying about you, but something is blocking their clarity. And that something is a lie they believe from someone close to them. This lie, it was planted like a seed and now it's growing inside their mind like a weed, choking the connection. You want that divine union to happen. Then repeat this prayer softly. God, I release any energy blocking my person. Break every lie that has distorted their vision. Replace confusion with clarity. If they are mine, bring peace. If not, protect me. But don't let manipulation win, because if you speak that with faith, Michael says the truth will be revealed by the 20th of June. Yes, mark that date. You will see a sign before or on that day, a message, a dream, a moment of clarity, and it will all make sense. But don't try to control the outcome. Let God show you what's real. And please don't settle. Michael says, too many times they've chosen crumbs when God prepared a feast. No more. This time, let them receive what is worthy of their heart. That includes love. That includes money. That includes peace. Speaking of money, Michael says the enemy has been tampering with your finances in secret, not through theft, through blockage. There was an opportunity that was supposed to come in June, but it got delayed due to interference. But here's the miracle. It wasn't cancelled. It's still en route. In fact, your name was just added back to the list. A financial door is reopening in the next 10 days. And whenever heaven begins to reopen a financial door, it also prepares a simple path so you don't miss what is being released. My child, I see the weight you have been carrying. The quiet worries about money, the stress you rarely speak about, the nights when your mind refuses to rest. You have been praying for peace, and your prayers have been heard. You are not meant to walk this journey in confusion and fear. You are meant to walk with faith, with clarity, and with daily direction. That is why a simple path has been placed before you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. Each day you will be guided with a gentle prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you regain control. Nothing overwhelming, nothing complicated. Just small faithful steps leading you toward peace and stability. If your heart feels ready, begin today. Do not delay this moment. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. And now, stay with me, because what comes next will confirm why this door is opening for you at this exact moment. But here's the condition. You must believe you are worthy to receive. No more I'm broke. Talk. No more I'm unlucky. Curses over your own mouth. Speak life now. Say I am aligned with divine abundance. What was blocked is now flowing. I receive unexpected money, safe opportunities, and divine provision in Jesus' name. Say it every day until June 20th. Because Michael says they are in a window of release. If they speak what is true, they will receive what is divine. And you're already halfway there. You stayed. You listened. You opened your heart. Now your reward begins. But I'm not done yet. There's still a secret about your future house. Something no one has told you yet. A hidden door you'll find in your own story. And Michael says, when they hear this next part, they'll understand why the pain had to happen exactly how it did. Type continue and I'll bring you into that final sacred revelation. Jesus is watching and heaven is cheering. You're still here. That alone is proof of your divine readiness. You didn't skip. You didn't scroll. You didn't run. Michael says they're ready now. Bring them into the secret. So breathe in. Still your heart because this next part will explain everything. Let me tell you the truth about your future house. The one God has been preparing since before you were born. Yes, your house. Not a rented space, not a borrowed roof, but the divine permanent place with your name written over it in heaven. Michael says there is a door in that house. Behind it is something the world will never expect. Not just peace, not just love, but divine assignment. Because your home won't just be shelter. It will be a spiritual hub. People will come there and leave healed. Family members who lost their way will step through that threshold and begin crying for no reason. Why? Because the moment their feet touch your floor, they'll be walking into the presence of God. That's how anointed your future home will be. But here's what no one told you. The home you prayed for, it got delayed. Not because you weren't working hard enough. Not because your credit was bad, not because you're not lucky, but because someone cursed your name the moment they saw you planning it. Michael saw the moment it happened. Someone close to you, maybe even someone in your bloodline, spoke a word of limitation. They didn't even realize what they were doing. They said things like, they'll never have their own house. People like us don't get those kinds of blessings. They always dream too big. But words carry frequency. And when spoken over a divine person, they can block timelines. But that changes right now. Say this. I cancel every curse spoken over my name. I cancel every limit placed on my house, my wealth, my destiny. From this moment, I unlock the spiritual deed to my divine home. In the name of Jesus, it is mine. Michael says, the angels just shouted when you spoke that because that decree just cut the final thread holding back your promise. And now the clock has started. In the next 33 days, you'll begin to see signs, a conversation, a listing, a vision, a check, a miracle. Something will point you to the next physical location God is preparing. And when you see it, you'll know. Your spirit will whisper, this is it. This is where I'm meant to be. It won't be a maybe. It won't be a guess. It will be divine confirmation. And listen carefully when that moment comes. Say yes. Even if it seems impossible, because heaven is watching to see if you trust what God reveals, even before the money shows up. Michael says, tell them the provision will appear after they say yes. But if you wait until it looks safe, you'll miss the moment. Now about that bad news that was supposed to come on June 20th, Jesus begged to delay it. And he did, but only for a short window. The bad news, it was meant to trigger your downfall. Someone was going to tell you something that would shatter your spirit. A betrayal. A decision made behind your back. But heaven blocked it temporarily. Michael says if they don't stay in alignment, it will come back with greater force. So what do? You stay connected. You stay in prayer. You stay in expectation, not fear. God didn't warn you to scare you. He warned you because he wants to shield you. And for the first time in a long time, your name is surrounded by warrior angels. Yes, you. You who doubted your worth. You who almost gave up 2 weeks ago. You who thought maybe God had forgotten you. You who said, I just want peace. With tears in your eyes, you are now being watched over like royalty. Because heaven knows something even you don't fully know yet. Your destiny doesn't just affect you. It affects generations. You are carrying the key to someone else's freedom. Someone who hasn't even been born yet. And that's why the battle has been so vicious. That's why the warfare increased before every breakthrough. That's why you kept getting hit right before something good was about to happen. Michael says they've cried so many nights thinking God was silent, but the silence was heaven fighting, and the fight it's almost over. Now God is ready to hand you something that no demon, no curse, no enemy can take away. But it begins with this final divine instruction. Before the sun sets today, speak this aloud in your home. Heaven, I'm ready. I receive what is mine. I say yes to divine realignment. I release all bitterness. I release fear. I invite the miraculous into every room, every word, every breath. I am chosen. And I will not miss what was made for me. And once you say that, wait still your heart and expect a sign within 7 hours. It may come as a text, a dream, a moment of peace, or a divine whisper that only your soul will hear. But when it comes, you'll know. This was the message that changed your timeline. Love letter. Final reminder. Go ahead and subscribe now before this message vanishes. This message was sent for you and only you. The next phase begins after this. Don't let your miracle expire. Subscribe to receive the final prophecy that's being sent next. Love letter. I will stop here unless you type continue, because the last part contains a shocking revelation about a secret gift someone has been hiding, and it's yours. Jesus is still waiting. He knows you're almost ready. Type continue when your soul whispers yes. Thank you. You just stepped into sacred territory now. This is no longer a message. It's a prophetic encounter, a divine visitation dressed in human words. Jesus is still watching. Michael is still hovering. And something is rising from the deep. Something long buried, long forgotten, but never lost. Are you ready to hear what was hidden? Michael says, there is a gift, a real tangible gift that was meant for them. A blessing heaven approved, but someone intercepted it. Let that settle in your soul. A gift that had your name on it was stolen in the spirit. You felt it, didn't you? That moment when something good was so close and then it disappeared without reason. A blessing that should have arrived. An answer that never came. A prayer that felt half answered. It was yours. But a spiritual thief came in the night and hid it, not to destroy it, but to delay it. Michael says they buried it under fear. They whispered lies into the air. They told others they're not ready. They're not worthy. They're not stable. But heaven never agreed. Jesus said, I saw it all. I never revoked the blessing. I kept it in place, waiting for the moment their faith would awaken again. And that moment is now. Yes. Right now. This is your restoration season. The season where stolen blessings are returned with interest. That gift, it has to do with two things. 1. A financial opportunity. 2. A personal relationship. Michael says they don't realize it, but someone is preparing a gesture. A return, an apology, a gift that will come in the form of an invitation or surprise. It will look small at first, but it carries favor. And the money, it won't fall from the sky. It will appear through something unexpected. A person reaching out. An offer you thought was closed. A decision reversed in your favor. But only if you remain in position of peace, position of faith, position of awareness. Because your enemies are watching too. They can feel the shift. They can sense the wind changing, and some of them are scrambling, trying to distract you before the blessing arrives. Don't let them. Don't argue. Don't chase closure. Don't reopen old wounds. Michael says this is not the time to bleed. This is the time to build, and build you shall. Your new foundation begins now. And it starts in your mindset, in your words, in what you expect to see. Jesus says, if they will speak it, I will speed it. So speak now. My gift is returning. My season is shifting. My name is being honored. I walk in divine timing. I expect a miracle. I do not beg. I receive. Say it again if you must. Speak until you believe it, because belief is the doorway to the blessing. Michael says there's one final thing you must do tonight. Write a list of everything you thought was lost. The job, the person, the peace, the money, the time, the dignity. Write it all. And then draw a line underneath it. Write the words restored by heaven. Replaced by better, because once you write that, you'll release a spiritual authority that even angels obey. Yes, you have that kind of power, because you were never just a survivor. You were a riser, one of God's chosen, marked, protected, elevated even when it looked like you were defeated. And now they'll see everyone who doubted you. Everyone who said you changed too much. Everyone who tried to block your voice, your joy, your rise. Michael says, let them watch. Let them wonder, but don't let them in again. This next chapter isn't for everyone. God is calling you higher. And this time the air will be lighter, the view clearer, the blessings undeniable, because June 20th was never about destruction. It was the day your old chapter closed and the gates of destiny opened. Michael has said what needed to be said. Jesus is wiping the final tear. Now you must decide. Walk forward or remain where the pain lives. But if you're still here, then I already know your answer. You're walking forward, and heaven is throwing a celebration because of it. Party popper, before you leave. Subscribe now to lock in this prophecy, because the next message from heaven will arrive soon. One that completes this one. And trust me, it will break you in the most beautiful way. Love letter. Subscribe now, because this isn't the end. It's the beginning. Love letter. You did it. You stayed. And because of that, your name has just been rewritten in heaven's book of testimony. Now wait, watch and remember. They meant it for evil. But God is using it for good. The gift is returning. Welcome to your miracle. You're still here, and heaven is still watching with the softest smile. Archangel Michael just whispered to me. They stayed all the way. This one is different. This one believes. Now they are ready for the final anointing. Let's pour it. So open your heart because this is the final outpouring. The moment where everything, yes, everything, starts to shift in your favor. Heaven is preparing your name for something public. Did you feel that? Your name is being positioned in rooms and realms you haven't even stepped into yet. Behind doors you didn't know existed. People you haven't met are already speaking about you in meetings you weren't invited to, but will soon walk into as the honored guest. Jesus said they will no longer be overlooked. The delay has expired. Their name now carries divine oil. Whoever blesses them I will bless star. Whoever curses them I will remove star. Let that shake you. Let that reality burn in your soul. You are no longer invisible in the spirit. Your season of being ignored is over. Your days of shrinking for others' comfort are done. Michael says they used to apologize for their power, but now they will wear it boldly, not arrogantly, but righteously because the kingdom needs them standing tall, not hiding in shadows. You're being raised now, not just to be seen, but to be used. Used by God to set others free. Used by light to break generational chains. Used by heaven to represent what restoration looks like in human form. But with this promotion comes a warning. Michael says the enemy is losing grip. So he will try to send familiar spirits, not new demons. Familiar one star. Same faces, same patterns, same emotional traps. Do not fall. Not this time. Because you're not who you were a year ago. You're not who you were a month ago. This message alone has changed your frequency. And darkness can no longer recognize your scent. They'll try to reach the old you. But you have ascended. And those who see you now are seeing someone cloaked in divine fire. Jesus says, let them walk with angels now. Let the earth witness what I've kept hidden for years because that's the truth. You were hidden but not forgotten. Protected but not ignored. Set aside but never set down. And now you're being released into rooms of favor, into relationships of truth, into wealth that multiplies with peace, not pressure, into healing that feels real, deep, whole, and permanent. Yes, healing. Let's talk about that. God says your healing is not delayed. It's already begun. Every tear you've cried has already been turned into an ingredient. Every broken moment a testimony. Every scar a sign of survival. But now the scars will shine. Michael says they won't even have to explain what they went through. People will just feel it. Their presence will carry silent power because you don't need to convince anyone anymore. The proof is in your glow. And if you felt a fire rising in your chest while reading this, that's not emotion. That's confirmation. Heaven is placing an oil of recognition on you. Expect strange moments in the coming days. Strangers complimenting you for no reason. Someone from your past trying to reconnect, confused by your peace. A sign with your name or birth date attached. A number repeating. Especially 7, 33, 444. A moment where you pause and just feel like something shifted. These are not coincidences. These are breadcrumbs from God leading you into your new season. So what do you do now? Nothing complicated. You rest. You receive. You remain in alignment with the version of yourself heaven revealed here. You do not go back. You do not apologize. You do not explain to those who chose to misunderstand you. You walk with dignity, with confidence, with fire in your heart and angels at your back. Michael says, tell them they are now surrounded. Let them feel the weight of protection. Let them sleep without fear. Let them rise without shame. So I tell you with divine authority, you are safe. You are chosen. You are anointed. You are becoming the person your younger self prayed you'd be. And you haven't even seen the half of what God is about to do. But you will because you stayed, because you said yes. Because you didn't skip this message like so many others. And that faith, it just rewrote your fate. Scroll. Heaven has just signed a new decree under your name. Let it be done. Their blessing is activated now. Breathe. Smile. Let the joy rise up because you are walking into the season you cried for. It's finally here. And Jesus, He's no longer begging. He's celebrating. Welcome to your miracle, beloved love letter. And one last time, if you haven't already, subscribe now so this message doesn't leave without sealing your breakthrough. There's one final message coming and it holds the full vision of your purpose. Don't miss it. Love letter. May everything stolen return multiplied. May every tear be replaced with praise. And may every enemy watch your divine rise in silence because you are not who you were. You are becoming who heaven designed. And your name is now written in fire. You're still here. And because you are, heaven just released one last wave of grace. This last part was only meant for those who would endure until the end. Those whose spirit whispered, I know this is for me. And you did. You heard it. You stayed. You showed up for your own miracle. Now, let me whisper to your soul what Michael just said with fire in his voice. They've passed the final test. Now, give them the revelation. So, here it is. You've been praying for purpose, begging God in silence to just tell you what to do next. You've whispered, God, if you could just give me a sign, I promise I won't waste it this time. Michael says, their sign is this. They are the sign. Yes, you. You are the message. You are the answered prayer. You are the prophecy walking in flesh. You've been searching for something outside of yourself, but everything that's about to bless you is already inside you. Your gift, it's already fully formed. Your future already anointed. Your destiny already activated. The enemy tried to distract you with delay. Make you think if it wasn't happening fast, then it wasn't happening at all. But heaven laughs at delay because God doesn't rush. He builds. And look at you now. You've been built brick by brick, tier by tier, prayer by prayer. And now you are strong enough to carry what's coming and what is coming. Let me prophesy with accuracy. A breakthrough that arrives quietly but shifts everything. A person who sees you the way heaven always did. An opportunity that makes you say, this was worth the wait. A moment where you finally feel peace deep in your bones. And when it comes, it won't feel forced. It won't feel scary. It will feel like home. You won't chase it. It will arrive. Because divine things don't need convincing. Now listen. There are 4 final instructions Michael wants you to carry from this moment forward. Speak only life. Every word you say from now on must come from faith. No more. I'm unlucky. No more. Maybe it's not for me. Replace it all with. It's already mine. Protect your peace like treasure. If something feels chaotic, cut it off. If someone feels draining, pray for them, but release them. Your peace is proof of God's presence. Expect miracles daily. Not someday. Not eventually. Expect them today. Every sunrise now carries new favor under your name. Walk like it's already done. Risk because in heaven's book it is done. Your name is already stamped on the scroll of restoration. You are just now catching up to what heaven already finished. And finally, Michael says there will be a dream coming to you soon. You may forget pieces of it, but there will be one strange detail that stands out. A color, a voice, a place, or a symbol. When you wake, write it down. That's not just a dream. It's a map. A divine map. A compass toward what's next. Jesus said, "They've waited long enough. Let them see what I've been saving for them." And this moment right now, it's your official release date. You've completed the test. You've stayed through the trial. You've believed when everything said give up. And now, beloved, now the gates open for you, sparkler. From this moment forward, June 20th, will no longer carry pain in your spirit. It will carry power. This will become your day of breakthrough, your turning point. Your spiritual Independence Day. From June 20th and beyond, people will say, "What happened to you? You feel different. You look peaceful. You're glowing," and your answer will be simple. God happened. Michael will walk with you now more boldly than ever. And the darkness that tried to stop you, it will never touch you again. You are now surrounded. You are now protected. You are now crowned. Love letter one last time. Subscribe now. If you haven't yet, because the next message coming is titled "The Proof is Coming." Archangel Michael says watch what God does next. This one will confirm everything and show you the evidence. Don't miss the completion. Love letter. You did it. You finished the message heaven fought 4 days to deliver. You are ready. Go now with your head high and your spirit lit with fire. And when the miracle appears, don't act surprised. Just smile and say, "I was expecting you." And remember, beloved, every message, every prayer, and every word of encouragement shared here continues because of this community and the hearts that support it. We run entirely on viewer support. If you'd like to help keep this mission and these messages reaching more hearts, you can support us with a coffee through the link in the description. God bless you.